marijuana, rolling papers, a lot of cash. And which one? This is the one that's really the worst. What is kind of the worst thing that tells you this person doesn't just smoke pot, Jeremy?
The marijuana and the money and the list of kids who owe money.
Yeah, the list of people who owe them money.
Like I sold you drugs a week ago.
Okay.
Where's my money at?
So you've got, do you think, Michael, that there would be a reason to suspect this person is selling drugs?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You never have like a lot of money unless if you're selling.
Unless you're rich, like completely.
Okay, so what, Adam, goodness gracious, I hadn't done that all year. What Zach just pointed out was most middle school kids, and this guy's a freshman, so most freshmen, they don't have a whole lot of money on them. Because you don't have a job, right?
You get allowance.
We just said that, Teresa.
You get allowance.
You may have an allowance, but do you think, and let's just be honest, let's just be frank. Do you think that this person is going to have just a little bit of money? Is he going to be selling drugs for, 50 cents? No. It says he has a large amount of cash. Okay? I don't have a large amount of cash in my wallet, and I'm an adult with a job.
Because you got kids.
Okay?
I have a lot of money. I just get them all in once.
So you could be a waitress. I understand. Okay? But let's look at this more closely. What did they do with what they found?
Confiscated it.
They confiscated it, but then what? Yeah, they turned it over to the authorities. They turned it over to the police. Basically, they're saying, hey, we just handed you somebody who's been dealing drugs. Michael?
They trying to get her up.
What's TLO?
That's the person's initials because they're a minor. You can't have their real name.
Until they turn 18.
And no, you still can't have their real name. When you turn 18, your juvenile records are sealed.
Awesome.
Yeah, whenever you turn 18, you get wiped clean, don't you?
Your juvenile records are sealed.
Well, what big sealed means?
They're closed. But here's the thing. They're not, nothing is permanent, because I have heard of cases where someone's juvenile record was actually opened because they had committed another crime similar to what they had done before. Okay? And if you are tried as an adult, like Michael Carneal, who shot a bunch of people in Heath High School when he was 14, he was tried as an adult, so his court records were not sealed.
Why that really? Shot up Virginia Tech?
I don't think he was under 18. Okay? So, looking here. When we look here, we can see that the lawyer said the principal, the vice principal, had violated the Fourth Amendment, protecting citizens from unreasonable search and seizure. They said, when she said that she wasn't smoking, that he should have never searched her purse. What do you think?
He didn't have a right to.
I don't think he did. I think he had the right.
You think he had the right?
I think he had the right because he went through to confiscate it and then he found all the other stuff.
Okay, so what was he originally looking for?
Cigarettes.
He's looking for cigarettes. Did he have a good reason to think that she was smoking?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know all the particulars, but it says she was caught smoking in the bathroom. I'm pretty sure if somebody walks out of a stall and there's a cigarette lying there inside the toilet and they walk out and smell like smoke, I'm going to probably think they're smoking, wouldn't you?
You think they'd be smart enough to flush the toilet afterwards?
You would think so. Okay?
What the hell people do? When I went to Steps.
Brianna?
Oh yeah.
I think he did have a right.
Okay, I can't hear Brianna, and she is literally 3 feet away from me. Hold on, we'll get to your turn.
I don't think that he had the right to search her purse, but he could have called parents or somebody up there to search.
Okay, she says that she could have called parents up to search.
Throw it back at her.
Okay.
She probably had something personal in the bag.
She might have had something personal in the bag.
That only her and her parents know.
Okay.
And she doesn't.
Could have had another student. Okay. So looking at the grounds for searching it, they said that she was accused of smoking, and what they found in her purse, what she was charged with, had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay? They said even if they were justified in opening the purse, they were looking for what?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes. What'd they find?
Mary J. Wanna.
They found pot. They found all this other stuff. So should they have continued searching her purse?
Yeah, what day was this?
Mary J.
Okay. Now, in New Jersey, it says the New Jersey court overturned the juvenile court ruling. Okay? So what's happening up here is the juvenile court convicted her. She was convicted of dealing drugs. They said that the vice principal was justified because he saw the cigarettes. It doesn't tell how far he looked in her purse to see something. It doesn't tell whether or not he took her purse and dumped it out. Okay? All it says was that it was found. It doesn't tell us the exact way. Austin? Okay, hold on. I called on Austin.
Did she get convicted of like criminal charges or like?
Drug dealing is a felony.
Wait, wouldn't it be like, wouldn't she get out of it because she's a minor?
No. Just because you're a minor and you break the law, when it's a felony, it's a different story. Okay? But it depends on what it is. Okay? Drug dealing is pretty serious. Drug dealing is a little bit different, when we think about crimes and things like that. Dealing drugs, selling drugs to other children is a little bit different than stealing a sucker from Walgreens. Okay?
In the school or within so many yards of school.
Mm-hmm. That
even
makes it
bumps
worse.
up. It's worse.
Okay, Michael, what do you have to say?
I think
Turn this way so I can actually see your face.
that he should have kept searching because you can hide cigarettes, but it's kind of hard to hide a pipe inside of a purse.
This was a real big.
And then I seen another thing. I won't say nothing. I was watching World's Dumbest, and there was this dude.
Think she's a candidate?
No.
No.
Oh, probably. But there was this dude that called the police on the people standing outside of his house with guns, and he said they was dealing drugs. So the dude snuck out his back door, still on the phone with the police, and started drug dealing in front of a gas station while he was still on the phone.
So while he's ratting someone else out, he was.
Wow.
Tracy, did you have your hand up too?
Yeah, I had something about that.
Okay, what do you have to say about this?
How the principal looked in her purse. My whole thing, did he ask to look in his purse? That's my only thing.
Did he ask? I don't know. And that's just the honest truth. We have, listening ears please, we have only what we see here. We don't have a complete, full out detail of it.
So
Okay.
even if he asked and she said no, and he still goes ahead and looks at it, can he, as if he's actually crossing the?
Is he crossing line? Well, I don't know. Is he? That's what we're saying here. Is under what circumstances can you search students and their belongings?
No.
So no, that's not. It's not a yes or no question. It's under what circumstances. So when would it be appropriate to search your stuff, Jeremy?
Well, I think he had all rights to search her purse for the cigarettes, but that's when he should have stopped. He should have stopped when he found the cigarettes, but he was in the wrong when he kept on going and searching.
But what if he thought there were 2 packs? What if he was looking for a lighter?
I believe he
If
saw
he-
the Mary J. Wanna.
If he would have found one, that would have been enough evidence.
Okay, so he says, hold on. He says that 1 cigarette or 1 pack of cigarettes would have been enough evidence. Haley?
He could have. It doesn't say what order he found the stuff in,
Mm-hmm.
so he might have been still looking for cigarettes to see if she was on something.
Okay, so it could be. That's a good point.
Cigarettes were under the Mary J. Wanna.
Okay, so if
Mary J. Wanna.
and if you look, I mean that's a lot of stuff. The rolling papers, the marijuana, the pipe, the wad of cash, the list of names. I don't know how big this girl's purse was.
I think it's due plenary on it.
Okay.
It was a duffel bag.
He's a dirty principal.
What, you had your hand up? Okay, so somebody tell me, when would it be okay to search a student or their belongings? When's it okay?
Whenever it's something really, like, if they have like marijuana or something.
Okay,
Or if they have a gun or something.
but how would I know if you had a gun?
You see you put bullets in my purse?
You could probably evidence.
Okay, rumors.
You can see them probably like before school, like before they get on the bus or something. You might see them put the gun in their purse.
Okay, someone could see him. I want to go back to what John said about rumors. Okay, how many of you have, at some point in your school career, and we are not naming names, but how many of you have ever heard a rumor that so-and-so had drugs? Anybody ever heard a rumor or that so-and-so had alcohol? Okay, so that's something that we've all heard. How many of you reported it?
No.
How many of you?
Wherever you're alive.
Stitches against stitches.
How many of you, if you were told that somebody had a gun and that they were bringing it to school to shoot somebody, how many of you think you would tell them?
in 6th grade at Elkhorn.
Yep.
How many of you think if you heard a rumor or you saw on Facebook, how many of you would think that you would probably report it to your parents or something like that if you heard that rumor?
On Facebook.
I tell everybody, there's a gun in the locker.
Okay. So you would, Michael says he would report it. Jeremy said he would. Taylor, would you?
Report that somebody had a gun?
If you heard somebody had a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay, so what's the difference? What's the difference between the two? Pretty much everybody said they've heard rumors of somebody having drugs and they've never reported it. Most of you are saying when I ask you if you heard someone had a gun, you would definitely want to tell somebody. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Brianna, I haven't heard from you a lot today.
Because a gun's like deadly.
A gun is deadly.
Drugs ain't that bad.
Drugs are deadly too.
Guns are not allowed.
Guns are not allowed, well neither are drugs.
Drugs are deadly too.
Drugs are deadly too.
Like drugs that other people have isn't a threat to you.
Some drugs are illegal.
Yeah, but
Okay, good. So Ethan says that someone else having drugs, Michael, someone else having drugs is not an immediate danger to his life. But if you hear someone has a gun, does that put all of us in danger?
Yeah, unless it's a crackhead.
like there's a
How do you know?
Well, maybe.
There's a potential, right? Okay.
there's a gun that somebody like just threw on the floor at Western Hills.
Okay. John?
You remember that at Oakland?
All right, so stand up if you think the search of TLO's purse was illegal. Stand up if you think it was illegal for the vice principal to search your purse.
No, that was, you said illegal.
If you think that he broke the law when he searched her purse, stand up.
Whoa, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask the four of you because it's just four of you. Austin, tell me why did it break the law?
Shouldn't be able to do that at all.
Why not?
Because it's your stuff, not theirs.
Okay, your stuff, not theirs. Jeremy, why was it against the law?
Because he was only under suspicion that he was looking for cigarettes.
Okay, why is it against the law?
I don't know. This is.
Because why? Why shouldn't I say, give me your bag right now, let me search it?
Because I got stuff in there you don't need to see.
Okay, so it's private. Is that what we mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
He kept searching and said that she had names of there. But my whole thing is, if she had names, it could have been something else of names.
And money amounts beside it too. Okay, so Teresa's saying, you know, the initial search for cigarettes might have been okay, but what she's saying is the scope of the search, meaning how far they went, how much they continued to do it, is the part that's not okay. Stand up if you think that the vice principal was right. Okay, so why was it right?
They could have found the marijuana. Because what if he pulled the cigarettes out? When he pulled them out, he saw the marijuana.
Okay, so what if they saw the marijuana as soon as he pulled out the cigarettes? Who else can tell me why it was okay?
Because you can't hide a pipe in a purse.
Because you can't hide these kinds of things. It's going to be obvious. Why is it okay? Because there was evidence that she was smoking. Okay.
Yeah, they never said it was absolute.
Why is it okay?
He had reasonable suspicion to search it.
Reasonable suspicion to search. Anything else? Thing to add? Over here, why was it okay?
Well,
Because he found evidence in the bathroom.
Because he found the evidence in the bathroom?
because of her reactions before, like.
Oh, listen to this. Y'all, listen to this, because this is something I haven't heard from anybody else. Say this again.
Like her behaviors and actions of before smoking cigarettes in the bathroom, and she got caught from it. So just because she's saying that she hasn't, well, they already know that she has. 'Cause she got
No, I have a good thing.
Okay, so he's saying that she's got a prior history. How many of you think that sometimes people are automatically accused, or people they're suspicious of somebody? Y'all can sit back down because of things that have happened in the past.
It's true.
Okay, what do you got to say?
Like, he had the right to search for more than just cigarettes because it never says that she was smoking cigarettes. It just says that she was caught smoking, so they didn't know what she had been smoking.
Okay, so just saying caught smoking isn't detailed enough? Good, John?
But just because it says you,
Mr. Rogers, we hit the button.
like just because it says that she was just smoking, it also says that she was caught smoking cigarettes, so I had a reason to believe that she didn't have marijuana, she just had cigarettes.
Okay, well, let's look at the ruling. 6-3 in favor of the school over the student. Guys, this one, listen to me, because this directly impacts you big time. Okay? Reasonable suspicion is defined by the court as reasonable suspicion that a search will reveal evidence that the student violated the law or the school rules. What that means, look at this. It says the reasonable suspicion standard has survived student challenges and searches of lockers, desks. Are either one of those your personal property? No. No. And look at this last one. This doesn't apply to you yet, but it will in 2 years. And cars in school parking lots.
Really? Seriously?
Okay?
What if we park it?
But this is about schools. This is about, listen to me, this is about dealing with school. Okay? Believe it or not, Miss Rogers and I have more rights to search you with reasonable suspicion than the police do. Because a policeman has to have a what? A search warrant, whereas schools do not. Are we out of time? We are out of time. You guys were fantastic. We will have our wrap up for this with our political cartoon tomorrow. Good conversation, guys. Yes, you may go.
I think it was good today.